Hi guys, Sophie here, and today I am going to share with you my gorgeously green evening skincare routine. Alright, so let's get started. I shared in another video my morning skincare routine, and thank you because you left me some great comments and ideas for other videos and questions, and I love it when you engage with me like that, so please keep those coming. I feel like I'm getting to know you guys now, and that's really, really great. It feels like it's sort of a community. So one of the suggestions was, please, can you do a nighttime skincare routine? And so I'm going to do that right now. And it's just as a little reminder, and particularly for those of you who have not seen my channel, or you're new to my channel, is I recommend what I call gorgeously green products. And I recommend these and talk about these in all of my books. I have 4 books, I have a blog, and a Facebook page. So you might want to check out those if you're interested in learning more about the details of all these different products. And I cover food and all sorts of other things too. But my criteria for products is that they work. So primarily when I'm looking at a product, when I'm reviewing a product, I want a formulation that I really understand the ingredients, I know what's in there, I understand why it's there, it's active, meaning it's actually going to do something to my skin, and that it's safe, that it doesn't have any ingredients in it that are going to be harmful to my health or your health, and that it's cruelty-free. So that's really pretty much my criteria, and that's what I spend a lot of time and effort sort of doing diligence and finding those products. And also the other little sidebar is that I really try to get to know the formulators. So I'm going to show you some products today. These are the sort of an example of the products that I use, but they're not the only ones because I rotate products all the time because I'm testing so many. But these are sort of good examples. But I think actually the formulators of almost all the products that I'm showing you today, I know those formulators well. Why they formulated, how they formulate, what their background is, why they've chosen to put every single ingredient in there. I want to know this stuff because I think it's really important as a reviewer that I'm not just sitting here going, oh, I kind of love this product because I picked it up in a store. No, I want to find out a lot more than that for you guys. All right, so let's get started with the evening skincare routine. Now, the first thing I do is cleanse, and I'm sure you do too. I do a double cleanse, a 2-step cleanse. I think it's very important. One step is not going to cover it for me because you're not getting a deep enough cleanse by just doing one step. And so there are lots of different products, cleansing products you can use, like cleansing cloths and things like that, which to me are great in a pinch, great when you're traveling, but really for a very comprehensive cleansing routine aren't going to work. Step 1, what I look for is a creamy emollient cleanser. Now I have dry, mature skin, but even if you have oily skin, you probably want one as well, because this is the step that you're going to be taking off, melting all of the makeup, the dirt and the grime. And remember, there's oil in that makeup. And so a creamy cleanser is going to help to pick that up. And if you have oily skin, don't worry, because you're going to go to step 2 of your cleansing process where you can refine and get all of that oil off. So here's a product that I really love. This is by Sunshine Botanicals, a company based in Georgia, which is where my in-laws come from. Hi, Joe and Bobby. I actually don't think Joe and Bobby are going to be watching a skincare YouTube video. But anyway, hi if you are watching. And this is the Dermal Detox Pre-Cleanse, Emily Fritchie, holistic esthetician formulator. She believes in this 2-step cleanse too, which is, I guess, why she's created this particular product. I like it. It's bright blue, or sort of lovely, pretty aqua blue. And it does exactly what I want it to do, in that I will basically a couple of pumps in my fingers, rub my fingers together, massage it into my face, my neck, wherever I've got makeup, but on dry skin. And the heat of my skin with the product, you will basically see your makeup melting and it'll pick it all up. Then what I do is I do a hot cloth cleanse. So I'll get a terry cloth or a muslin cloth, saturated in super duper hot water, squeeze it out, place it on my skin, remove, and then repeat that hot cloth one more time. And sometimes if I remember, I'll put a few drops of essential oil like a lavender or eucalyptus on the pile of my terry cloths in my closet, because then when I heat them under hot water, they just smell amazing, and it's kind of a therapeutic, lovely thing as well. So that is step one. You could use that product that I just showed you. Links will be underneath this video, or you could use any creamy cleanser. Step two is where you really get into the serious, the deep cleansing. And for this step, I recommend using a lighter cleanser. You could use a gel cleanser. You could use a cleanser that if you have acne or break out a lot, that has salicylic acid in it, also known as a BHA, or you could use one that has an alpha hydroxy acid in it, an AHA. And I'm going to give you one example here. This one is by Indie Lee, and it's her brightening cleanser. It's a gel, and that will do just what I have described, that brightening effect. And that's what these acids, these fruit acids, will do. They'll just sort of brighten your skin, because what they do is they help to unglue the dead skin cells that are sort of glued to the surface of your skin and need a little bit of help in being sloughed off. So that's what you want for the second step of your cleanse. Now, you may want to use a toner and you may not. It's totally optional. I don't think you need to. But if you want that sort of third step and you've got time, you might want to saturate a cotton pad in a toner. There's actually this one by Andalou Naturals. It's a new one. It's their coconut toner. They actually, in this coconut line, they have a cleanser as well. And I really, really like this. Also, by the way, for toners, you may want to make your own, because a toner is something you can easily DIY. And check out, I'm pretty sure out there on YouTube, I have a couple of DIY toner videos. So do check that out. And again, subscribe, because I have so many DIY skincare videos too. But toner, you can easily make with just 2 or 3 ingredients. Okay, so we're now clean. We've got clean skin. And the next thing is that you're going to put on your most active ingredient. Always, always, your most active ingredient goes on first. In the morning, it's going to be your vitamin C, your L-ascorbic acid. In the evening, it's your retinol. Now, with retinol, you need your retinol, because what it does as you get older is it'll thicken your skin and it will increase collagen production. And it's been proven, there's scientific evidence to prove that this is the case and this does happen. As we get older, unfortunately, our skin thins quite a lot, which is why it gets more wrinkled. It doesn't have that plump juiciness. And you can often see this older women, they have darker circles under their eyes, because when the skin thins, you see those little blood capillaries more clearly. So we want to thicken the skin, and we want to increase and speed up cell renewal, cell turnover. And this is what retinol does. So you can go to your dermatologist and get a prescription strength one. And sometimes they come in really good formulations. So that might be an option for you if you have a dermatologist. And you can say, look, what prescription would you recommend for me? What concentration would you recommend for me? But do check, even if you go to a trusted dermatologist, what the other ingredients are in that formulation. Because you don't want a retinol that has all these other chemicals and paraben preservatives and things in it. So do sort of keep that in mind. Also, with the prescription ones, you will get a few side effects. So you might get redness, peeling, scaly patches, whatnot, as your skin acclimatizes. Normally goes after 2 or 3 weeks, but that tends to happen. Now, if you wanted to go a gentler and a more natural route, or route, if you're in England, you could go with what I call a bioretinol. It's basically a retinol, it's a precursor. So it's an extra step of getting the conversion in your skin to convert to the retinol, which will really do what it needs to do. But it's slightly slower, a lot more gentle, and has no side effects, but is very, very effective. 2 products I want to show you. The first is by Micellar. They have a serum and an eye cream. It's the Remarkable Retinal Serum, Remarkable Retinal Eye Cream. I would get both. if you're going to go with this brand. Kimberly is the magical formulator. She is amazingly smart and brilliant. And the thing I like Micellar, they're really reasonably priced too. It's a serum, but it actually feels more like a cream. It's yellow, it doesn't really smell of anything, goes on great face, neck, chest. You can use it safely every single night. I like the eye cream because it's slightly thicker and it will stay and sit under and around your eyes. So that's one option. Another option is by Pure Ceuticals. This is their retinol and lactic acid treatment. Marlene, who's a formulator, also brilliant. She calls it a treatment, but I see it as a serum. A dropper full on your face, neck, and chest every single night. Again, very effective, very safe, 0 side effects. So you could choose either of those, and I will remind you that I will put the links for these under the video. So now you've got your retinol on, so you're good. That's the most important anti-aging step at night. And now you might think, okay, I'm going to do my moisturizer. So you don't have to moisturize. Both of those products will give you a little moisture. If you live somewhere very humid, like Florida or Georgia in the summer, which is, I can't believe how humid it is, then I really don't need a moisturizer. But I live in Los Angeles most of the time and it's very dry, so I do like to do a light moisturize after that. So 2 I'm going to show you are, where are they? Oh yes, the first is by Ole Henriksen and it is the Empower Featherweight Light Moisturizer, and I like it because it's very, very light. It has cloudberry in it, which is a really interesting anti-aging ingredient. So that's a nice one. Another one that I really like is called by a company called Purity of Elements. Love this company because they use copper, and copper is a very interesting anti-aging, a lot of research has been done, ingredient. But aside from the copper, this is a lovely moisturizer. It smells so amazing. And again, it's not too heavy. Because I think with mature skin, you want to avoid really heavy moisturizers that sort of feel that they're going to congest and sort of weigh down your skin and sit in your wrinkles. You want to really keep it light. So that's really the broad strokes. And finally, I did want to just mention micellar water, because micellar water is often used for cleansing. It's considered to be a 3-in-1 product, makeup removal, toning and cleansing. It can do that, but I don't think it's thorough enough just to do all of those things. I use it for 2 things. I use it to remove eye makeup, and sometimes I'll do it just before I do my 2-step cleanse if I've got really heavy eye makeup on. Second thing, oh, by the way, this one that I'm holding is by Vitamin, and it's the Micellar H2O, because it's so trendy right now that a lot of the big companies are bringing it out, and sometimes I look at some of those ingredient lists and I'm appalled. I'm like, I cannot believe what they're putting in it. But this has very few ingredients and it's really clean. But what I really like micellar water for is if I'm going from day to evening, so I've come home and I've been wearing makeup and had powder put on, or put my own powder on, my skin just feels tired and kind of doesn't look great. It just looks a little dull. And I'm going out that night, but I don't want to do a full 2-step cleanse. Haven't got time, can't be bothered. But I do want to fully refresh. So what I do is I leave my eye makeup on because I don't want to get into all of that. And I'll saturate a cotton pad with micellar water and I'll remove all my foundation and my powder really easily and effectively with my micellar. And it's kind of moisturizing as well. I then might add a little bit of eye cream, maybe a little bit of moisturizer, primer, whatever, and then I'll do my makeup again and I will just feel fresh as a daisy. So that's a great, great use for micellar water. So that's it from me. Those are the broad strokes of my nighttime routine. I can bet you're going to have some questions. So I'm ready to answer them. Leave me the questions and comments underneath this video. Remember to subscribe to my channel, my Gorgeously Green channel, and I will see you next time.